Hello everyone, welcome to another day in my life. I'm at the new house with Yoshi. If you'd stop moving. Hi. We came out here to spray the new driveway for weeds, touch up the trim and the ceiling where I painted yesterday. Made a few oopsies, so we're here to touch that up and clean out the new kitchen cabinets because they're dusty and get them ready for dishes. Yoshi and I have managed to sit here, watch YouTube videos, and eat chips and dip. I just put the chips away. They're back in the drawer. But that's what we've been doing. We've just been sitting here eating chips. After I showed him around the house, he seems to approve. And he got to walk around the outside. So my husband just sent me a text and was like, everybody's going to be there in an hour. So, well, an hour and a half. So I need to get the painting done before the kids get here because, I mean, y'all can imagine how bad painting would go with a 2-year-old who would love nothing more than to finger paint on the walls. So let's get to painting. Before I start painting, I thought I can go ahead and hang this back up on the wall. It covers up the doorbell, but I'm kind of thinking about painting it white. I'm wondering how that would look. So let me know what you guys think. Paint it white, leave it alone. I don't know yet. So in my last video, or at least it should be my last video, I did a empty house tour, and the walls were like a blushy pink color. So now they are the trendy gray. The paint I got is called Platinum Ring. You can find it at Walmart for about $20. And I think it does really well. It's primer paint all in one. There's a few spots I need to go through and touch up, like over here on this wall. You can kind of see a few little white splotches here and there, but otherwise not bad. Overall did pretty good. I did the dining room in the gray. Then I also did the living room here, also in the gray. My cousin came and helped me. And we also did the entryway in the gray. So looks pretty good. I didn't film myself painting because I feel like watching me paint would be about as boring as watching paint dry. So I think we did pretty good overall. There's a few spots here and there, mostly up here along the ceiling where I bumped. So I need to take white paint and go over all of that. So before I do that though, I need to find my shoes, and I'm gonna run out to the car and get a bowl I brought to put water in for Yoshi, because I bet he's thirsty after eating those potato chips. Do you know where my shoes are? I'm hoping that with being out here and us being able to get out and walk him more, he will, one, do better with leash training. He really impressed me today. He did really good on his leash, and he also did really good in the car, which he has not been in the car in nearly a year at this point. And he hasn't been walked since last summer, just because the neighborhood that we're in, I can't just take him out to go for a walk. We have to go all the way to a park to do so. And the park that's closest to us has started having random shootings in the past year or so, like every couple weeks sometimes, every month or every couple months. It varies. Sometimes it's weekly, sometimes it's monthly. But they started having shootings. And I'm like, it's not worth taking the risk of just happening to be there walking the dog and somebody starts shooting. So we're really excited to be getting out of that town. And now we're in a nice neighborhood where I can take the dog for walks. And even last night on my way home, I left here around 10:30, got home about 11-ish, and I passed some lady on the main road just down the street from my house, walking down the highway, like the side of the highway, with no pants on, and she looked like she had, when like men dress up and they have like their suit jacket. It looked like she had on a men's suit jacket. I only seen her from behind, but it looked like she had on a men's suit jacket. She had on no pants. The jacket went just under her bum. And she was walking really weird. And the only thing I could think is she's probably on drugs. But, yeah. And then I was having a hard time because the car I'm driving right now is my husband's. And I, after I got out of the car, the headlights would not turn off. And I sit there and looked at them thinking, okay, they'll turn off here in a minute. And they would not turn off. And I was like, I don't want to go back out there knowing that lady is just down the street. So I had to go get my husband. He got pants on, came back outside, and the headlights didn't turn off on their own like I thought that they would. They just took a while. But I didn't know that because it wasn't my car, so I'm not used to it. But I was like, I told him, I was like, there's a lady out here with no pants on and she's acting weird and I don't want to be here by myself. So it's nice to be in an area where I feel comfortable to be alone. Like, it's kind of refreshing. So, oh, I think I forgot my shirt. Is he outside? Oh, look at that guy. You see him in the window? Hi, puppers. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're so cute. I know. I'll be back inside in a minute. I need my painting shirt. It should be in here. Yep, there's mine and my husband's. I don't know why I brought his painting shirt because he hates painting. Me and my cousin did all of it yesterday. My husband was like, I will put everything together, move the heavy stuff if you paint. And I'm like, deal, because I don't want to move the heavy stuff. And he hates painting, so it all works out. And my mom is supposed to be coming over here soon with a sandwich from Arby's. I've not had Arby's in ages, so looking forward to that. But yeah, my husband and brother-in-law are coming over to hang the TVs on the wall. So I need to have the painting done before the kids get here, and also before they start hanging TVs on the wall in the living room, because I don't want paint falling on the TV. That would be awful. So let me go get changed into some painting clothes and we'll start painting. No, also I need to get Yoshi some water. Drink. Good boy. So while my in-laws were over, my father-in-law was going to treat our gravel driveway for the weeds, and our neighbor came over with, I think it's like a flamethrower, and so my father-in-law literally lit all of the grass on fire in the driveway, and just, well, I guess he didn't let it on fire, but he used a flamethrower and like burnt it all off. I don't think flamethrower is the right term here, but yeah, it was interesting. Good morning, everyone. It is moving day. It's like 8:30ish in the morning. My boys are still sleeping, which is shocking, especially for Levi. Ira will sleep as long as you let him. Levi is normally an early bird, but they were up until almost midnight last night. We didn't get home till I think like 11:30 something from the new house. Got all my trim work done. The TVs are mounted. I didn't film any of that because we just had a house full. My in-laws were over. My brother and sister-in-law were over with their 4 kids. And then we had like 3 neighborhood kids running in and out of the house, plus Levi, plus Ira. It was just a packed house, but everybody's having a blast, having fun. Mike got his arcade machines moved in. TVs are mounted on the walls, like at least for the living room, entryway, and dining room are all freshly painted with fresh trim. I have not painted the kitchen yet, and I might do a little bit of painting in our bedroom today for the trim work. I like the paint color. I need to at least dust. It's really dusty in there. I need to vacuum. So Mike just went to go get the U-Haul. I just got back from Walmart. I bought like 20 gallons of distilled water for the fish tank, because we have a 20-gallon tank. Well, actually, I bought 18 gallons. I never fill it completely full because I don't want it like overflowing. But I bought 18 gallons of distilled water for the fish tank. We have had the best success with our fish tanks since we started filling them with distilled water. I don't even have to do water treatments or chemicals in there or anything. Just make sure you let your filter run for like a week before you start putting fish in, so it gets that good bacteria going. But using distilled water, and then anytime I need to like keep filling the fish tank, more distilled water. I had a guppy tank last me several years, and then I finally just got tired of it and I just gave the guppies away. So yeah, like if you have problems with your tanks crashing, get a bigger tank, filtration, distilled water. I swear to goodness, amazing things will happen. So I just feel kind of like overwhelmed with like, I don't know where to start. Like the bigger stuff is gonna be pretty easy. You just pick it up, take it out to the U-Haul. Easy. I mean, it's gonna be heavy. You have to lift it. But as far as everything else goes, like just feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So I think I'm gonna start taking off the curtains. I just bought new curtain rods for the new house. So I think I'll take down the curtains first. And I don't know. There's so much stuff I want to just take to Goodwill. Like all them toys back there, Goodwill. They're not coming. Giant pile of stuff down there, Goodwill. Not coming. More toys over there and cat shelves, Goodwill. Not coming. Just like, let's get rid of everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with these curtains. I'm gonna let the boys sleep for as long as they want because it's probably gonna be another long day. Okay, need to get these curtains down, dig these ones out from the bottom of the closet. One issue we're running into now is all of our firearms. We now need to, I say that like there's so many there. We've got one there and one there. We have more. They're just, a lot of that's magazines and ammo. Anyway, now that we're going to be at a neighborhood, oh, sorry, Banjo, just stepped on the cat. Now that we're going to be at a neighborhood where we're going to have kids running in and out of the house, we're going to need to get a gun safe. Because currently in this house, we keep everything in the master bedroom. And we have a doorknob thingy. You can see that right there. So the kids can't come into our room. But in the new house, there's 2 doors going into our room. And I don't know if those doorknob protectors will work on the new doors because they're like the long skinny handles. I think it'll work. But yeah, there's 2 doors, so there's like twice the chance of a kid getting in. Plus the kids are getting older and the kids coming over are a little bit older. So I don't know how long until they're going to be able to work that. We do have a gun safe. We've just never gotten it out and set it up because, one, being in this kind of neighborhood, I mean, if somebody breaks into your house, which we had a higher risk of here, like the sooner you can get your firearm to protect yourself, the better. Like you don't really have to mess around with a gun safe. Secondly, we didn't really have anybody over and the kids know not to come into our bedroom. Like our boys, they don't come in here unless we're in here with them. It's like a very strict rule just because that's where the guns are at. So we're gonna have to figure out that gun safe we have. And yeah, I mean, not everything is gonna fit in there though. I think we'll be able to put our pistols in there, but and of course we don't keep anything. Well, we keep one gun loaded because the neighborhood we live in, again, somebody breaks into the house, time is of the essence. So we keep one loaded, but at the new place, yeah, we'll keep everything inside of the safe. And then our larger guns, like our AK-47 down here. Did y'all know we have one of these? I mean, I should just put this as moving day. Like, that should be my thumbnail there. No, all Americans do not have AK-47s. Okay, I am a Marine Corps brat, the daughter of a retired military veteran. My dad is all about guns and firearms, and he keeps gifting them to us. So that's not normal for everybody. But if you're military or ex-military, I think you have higher chances of having something like that, along with 4 magazines and anyways, don't mess with me. And I know how to use them. I'm not a bad shot. Anyway, those do not stay loaded, and the ammo and everything for that will be in the gun safe. I'm probably giving out too much information on all that, but that's an issue we're going to be running into at the new house. It's just because there's more access to our bedroom. So I'm hoping that the door handle things will work for both doors to keep the kids out, and we'll just have to make sure, I mean, it'll continue to be a rule for our boys. You're not allowed in our room without mommy and daddy, and we're just gonna have to make it a very strict rule for the neighborhood kids of, hey, get out of my room. You're not allowed in there. So that's one thing we're slightly nervous about, is just keeping the neighborhood kids out of it. So in a safe, probably up high. We do have a shelf like that in the new house. You can see we've got our 9mm up there, one of our 9mm. So, and more magazines for the AK-47. I don't know why my dad gave us so many magazines. Like, I don't know what he thinks we're gonna be doing. Because there's 2 more magazines up there for the AK-47. And if you don't know what a magazine is for a gun, right there, your clip, your magazine, whatever, you load it with your ammo and you stick it in there, and then you can do whatever you're doing with that. I just realized that the curtains from the closet are different from the curtains I just took off the windows. These ones are shears. Those ones are blackout. So now I need to buy some more curtains, and I guess these ones can just stay where they're at. Or go to Goodwill. That really sucks. So we got a bunch of stuff loaded up. The house is feeling a little more echoey. Poor Ira's hanging out in his crib. He's had some cookies because everything else packed away. That's all we had. So cookies for breakfast with water. But dressers are out. Other dresser is out. And we're going to be moving our bed here soon. Mike's pulling the RV, or not RV, whatever it's called, the moving truck. Getting pulled around for that. We just took everything out of the garage. And then our kitchen's all torn apart, so stove is gone, refrigerator is gone. All of the animals are in the basement for right now. I was just closing up the garage door from us loading everything up in there, and this guy coming over to my neighbor's house is like, hey, is that Vicky's garage? Is she moving? And I'm like, does it look like Vicky's garage? It's in my yard. There's a big old fence blocking it all off. It's not hers. No. It was just weird. So, and then also I had to go for a ride in the back of the U-Haul to make sure things didn't roll around when we moved it from the front of the house to the back. So that was fun. So we got the U-Haul back around front, start loading it again. What are you wanting for lunch?
Food.
Huh?
Food.
You don't got a preference? It's so weird having all of our stuff in the back. Everything is loaded up back there. It feels so weird. You want Barkers? You want Taco Bell? Do you want...
Hot dog flakes.
Huh?
Hot dog flakes.
Okay. So I'm gonna run over here and pick us up something to eat.
Well, I'm not gonna take a break to download your game.
So I haven't checked in a minute. We're in the truck. There's the husband. And we are on the way to the new house to unload it. I think we got most of our heaviest stuff this trip. So my sister-in-law was super nice. She came by and asked if we wanted her to take the boys for the day. So they left with her, and yeah, so we don't gotta worry about wrangling them while moving everything around. So I haven't checked in a minute because it's kind of hard to do that while you're moving everything, but I'm gonna go put everything in the new house. guys, this may be a little shaky. I'm sorry, my holder is not the best. But I've got Yoshi now. He's in the front seat with me again because the back is just so dang packed. But he does good. He sits, well, he's standing right now. But hey, sit down. Sit. Good boy. So he normally just sits. So heading to go pick the boys up from my sister-in-law. Her son had a game over at their high school. So now we got to drive out there to get the boys. And then husband is finishing up the second load with the U-Haul. This should be our last load with the U-Haul. We have to have it back to the U-Haul store tomorrow. I don't know what you call that place. By 8:30 in the morning. So we're gonna work tonight on just getting things organized. And then we gotta go back tomorrow. He says he doesn't want to. I gotta go back tomorrow to get the cats. We decided that it would be best just to leave them there overnight, because the whole rest of tonight we're gonna have people over again working on the house, getting furniture put into place. Doors are gonna be open, so that means they would just have to sit in their carriers, and it would just be an all over unpleasant experience for them. So it's gonna be easier just to let them stay at the old house. We left their food, they've got water, their litter boxes, their, you know, the couch we're not taking, which they sleep on anyways. I mean, I was gonna say their bed, which is there, but like, who are we kidding? They like to sleep on the couch, just like this guy. So that's all there, and we'll come back tomorrow. I don't know if husband's gonna come with me or not. He might just stay at the house because he says he doesn't want to come back and mess with anything tomorrow. But I feel like if I'm coming back here tomorrow anyways to get the cats, that I may just go ahead and do a full load. At the very least, I need to bring the fish tank, so which that's still set up running at the other house. And I've got all the fresh water for the fish tank in this car, so I'll load it all tonight, and then tomorrow when I come get the cats, I can catch all the fish and drain the tank and bring the fish in the tank and the cats with me. So then we can set all that up at the new house tomorrow, which will probably mean that my husband would need to come with me so that we could get the dresser that the fish tank stands on. We'll get it all figured out tomorrow. I'm so tired. Ugh. I don't think I ever want to move again in my life. Over it. But I can't wait to show you guys how the house is turning out. We have the living room, like, kind of put together. And when I mean kind of, I mean like the couch is in there with the footstool and the TV's on the wall. So still, like, I'm excited that the sectional fits in the living room. Like, sometimes when you're in the new house versus the old house, it's kind of hard to get the feeling for it, and it's like, is it really bigger? But there was no way that sectional was going to fit in our old living room. Like, it was not going to happen. And it fits beautifully in the new living room. And we have plenty of space for our end table. Well, we only have space for one end table. And that's just because of how the doorway for the living room worked out. But we got space for one of the end tables. The dresser that the fish tank sits on, along with more space on that wall if we wanted to put something else there. And then space for our rocking chair, and then we're bringing an old footstool for this guy because we don't want him on the sectional, but he likes to sleep. We had an old footstool, you guys would remember, it's the gray one. We had that one there, and Yoshi laid on it a lot, but he kind of tore it up because he's a big guy, and just him laying on it kind of weighed it down, and it's falling apart, so we're not bringing that. But we had another big brown one that was out in the garage that we used with the sectional when the sectional was in the garage. And so we're going to bring that one, take the feet off of it so it's directly on the floor, and then encourage him to go lay on that. And it's a pretty big one. So it's one we got at a garage sale a couple years ago for like $10. And in fact, I think I had an entire haul including that, if you guys want to check that out. So he will have that sectional as a dog bed. I'm like, I could go buy him a new bed for $50, or I could just bring that giant footstool and he could just sleep on that until it falls apart. So that's the plan. And then we got a new footstool at a garage sale a couple weeks ago when we knew we were going to be moving, and it's so cute. It's tufted. It's pretty nice size, big round one. It's so cute with the round, because our sectional is rounded and then the footstool is round, and they just look really cute together. And I'm just really excited. I'm getting happy for us to just move in and be over there, and it's all coming together. So, also, had some updates with things since we haven't officially closed on the house yet. We were supposed to close on Friday. Well, we were supposed to have the inspector guy come back to finish the inspection, because as you guys know in my last vlog that I complained about was that he kept like flagging things individually and didn't just give us a list. Well, it turns out that, okay, so the first thing that was flagged was like a random stump on fire. He flagged the electrical panel, had to get that replaced. Okay, got that done. He came in and said, okay, that's fine now, but now the banister, we were told had chip paint and needed to be painted. Well, got that painted, which was the banisters outside. Well, then he came back and said, no, I wasn't talking about the banister. Oh, a hawk literally just flew down and caught something. Man, I'm seeing all kinds of things right now going through the country. So, anyway, yeah, he came back saying, no, the banister, the chip paint on the banisters outside wasn't the problem. The problem is that there wasn't a banister in the stairwell. And of course, we're not getting all this information directly from him. We're getting this information from our realtor. And so she says that she misinterpreted what it was, because he said, instead of saying, you know, no banister in the stairwell, he had on there saying banister, and then he had pictures of the stairwell outside with the chip paint. So she just assumed it meant that the banister outside with chip paint needed to be fixed, like it needed to be painted. So, I mean, I guess at least the banisters out back look nice now. And now we do have banisters in the stairwell. Well, the guy was supposed to come back and sign off on the banisters in the stairwell. And up until we started moving in yesterday, there was a hide key outside. Well, now that we're moving in, and maybe we're just cynical from where we've been living, a little jaded maybe, but well, you know, we're taking ownership of it, and we're putting our stuff in there. We took the hide key. We didn't want to leave it outside, which of course the neighborhood we're in right now, you do that, you're just asking for it. So we were told last week that, because this was Memorial Day weekend, but our oh my gosh, just went right out of my head. Our real estate agent said that the guy would be coming out Monday to finish the inspection. Well, we were there all day Monday and nobody ever showed up. So we're like, okay, whatever, I don't know what's going on. And I guess maybe we should have contacted our realtor to see what was happening, but we didn't. And so on our way there today, we got there at like 1:31. I remember distinctly looking at the clock because I wanted to know exactly how much time it takes from us to get from the town where we live in now to the new town. And it said 1:31 on the clock when we were pulling into town. The town is super tiny, so it took us like maybe 3 minutes to get from the start of town to where we are at, which is like the middle of town. So she calls us by 3 o'clock and is like, hey, did you guys take the hide key? And we're like, yeah, we have the key with us. Why? And she's like, well, the appraisal guy tried to come out there at 1:30 but couldn't find the hide key, so left. And I'm like, it would have been nice if somebody would have just called us, because we were literally just pulling into town. Like, we were there. So now this pushes our getting the appraisal completely finished back a little further, because it's going to be Thursday before you can come out to look at it, which means that our closing date, which was supposed to be Friday, now gets pushed again. And that's with us moving everything in, and I'm just like, I don't know. I feel weird about moving in without having the official closing date. Like, I know that we signed paperwork that makes it legal for us to be there, but it just feels sketchy. I don't know. So hopefully everything goes well, because like we've got everything moved in, and I don't want to move stuff again. It's so heavy. Oh my gosh, the sensor is going off because Yoshi doesn't have a seatbelt on. We get this far out and now it senses he's in the seat. So I'm going to be listening to that the rest of the way to the new house. Actually, the rest of the way to get the boys, because I gotta go get them from the in-laws. So then I also, while my, I keep wanting to say landlord, she's not my landlord, she's my real estate agent, was on the phone, I was like, hey, so, you know, we've got this big organ here. Sorry, this has to be annoying for you guys. I was like, when is he going to come and get the organ? You know, you said 14 days from the time that we signed this last paperwork. And I'm like, what's the incentive for him to come and get it? Because I know he wants to sell it and make money off of it, but I don't think he wants to take it to where he lives. He doesn't want it. And she's like, well, it's in the contract that you guys signed that he has to come and get it. He has 14 days. If he doesn't come and get it, you can sue him. And I'm like, I feel like that doesn't hold any water, because do you know how expensive it is to sue somebody? Like, it's going to be cheaper for me just to haul the organ out myself than it is to hire a lawyer to sue a guy for not taking the organ out. Like, it doesn't hold water. I think it should have said in the contract that you either come and get this organ or you forfeit $1,000 off of the price of the house. I feel like that would have lit a fire under his ass to come and get the organ. And I think that's more than fair. And then it would keep us from having to go and like hire a lawyer to sue the guy for not getting the organ. Maybe he will come and get it, but I really have my doubts. I feel like there's not enough in that contract to hold him to coming and getting it. So I just want to come on here and interject and let you guys know that the owner did end up selling the organ. I was shocked. I did not think it would happen, but I actually think it was this evening that I'm vlogging that he actually came and picked it up, because we were all over there at the house moving stuff in when we got a call from our realtor saying that the owner had somebody interested in the organ and they wanted to know if they could come over and try to sell it. The owner was very, very nice. We talked to him for a little bit. I don't know how much he got for the organ, but he managed to sell it, and that's all that mattered to me. It was out of the house, and we didn't have to mess with it. So thank goodness it's gone. So I'm going to be real frustrated if we don't. I'd be real tempted to figure out where he lives and load it up and go dump it in his yard. Here is your organ. Figure it out. And plus, the reason I don't think he wants to come and get it is, like, he lives 2 hours away, right? Like, he has to come 2 hours to come here and get it. And, like, he's been here and he didn't clean everything out of the house to begin with. He cleaned most of it out, but he didn't clean everything out like he was supposed to. We had to clean everything else out. And he still hasn't messed with his organ. And again, like, we found the Facebook listing. I think I may have told you guys this. We found the Facebook listing for this organ, and he's asking. He originally was listing it for $3,000. Now he's asking $2,000 on it, and all the other organs on Facebook are listed $200 to $300, and they don't look much different from the one that's sitting there in the living room. Like, there's nothing about this one to make me think, oh yeah, that's a $3,000 organ. Like, no. And if I was gonna buy an organ off Facebook, why would I buy that one when I can buy one that looks almost identical to it for $200 or $300? So he wants to make a sale on it. I respect that. And he wants to have somebody else haul it. I respect that too. But I don't think he wants to mess with it. I think that if he don't sell it, he's going to walk away from it. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I don't think he wants to mess with it. But we shall see how it goes. I love how the dinging just went off finally. So I gotta figure out where the boys are at. I don't know this school system very well to know where everything is located. So, man, I just passed somebody with their garage door open, and they had a mega toilet paper haul. Like, or hoard, not haul, hoard. Like, you know all those jumbo packs of Members Mark toilet paper you get? It was massive. We have one at home. Only one, though. That was our toilet paper hoard for the pandemic. It was one giant pack. Actually, we had 3 at one point. We're down to 1. Well, they had a shelf, and it was just Members Mark toilet paper and then Bounty paper towel, and it was just like pack on the shelf. Now we know where all the toilet paper went. It's at those people's house. Okay, I'm gonna go and let you guys go. I'm gonna get off here and figure out how to get to the school and how to find my children. Hey guys, it is the end of the day. Everybody just went home, and the guy who owns the property and selling it to us, who was supposed to take his organ, happened to be able to sell it tonight. So now it is gone, which is fantastic. So now we can move our rocking chair over there. So give you guys a little sneak peek on what all we've gotten done, and then we're gonna go to bed. Okay, so this little alcove back here we have all set up. I might need to put a blanket back here because the cats are gonna love this, which means claws. So I'm gonna put a blanket back here, but I think it looks super cute. And then this table is going here for now. It'll be a nice little catch-all. I wanted it to fit in between here, directly behind the couch, so we could like put drinks on it, but it's too big for the space. So it's like a little too big. But I think it'll work here as a catch-all to keep everything. So in here we have our sectional, which looks really good. We've got our lamp back there. So I need to get curtains. We gotta get all the little odds and ends tomorrow. Got our little ottoman. Like I said, rocking chair is gonna move. One of our end tables fits here. The other one, we're probably gonna get rid of. And then TV felt super big at the old house, but now on this wall, it seems super tiny. Our bedroom, I think we have pretty much set up. Husband insisted on putting it up against the wall so that the door opened the way I wanted it. The door opened, but you had to be on that side of it to get in. Whatever. He's taking that side. This was his setup. He takes that side. And then over here we have our little alcove. So I've got my vanity. Right now I've got this mirror in front of the window, and I'm kind of loving it. Like, not being in front of the window necessarily, but I'm loving having a big stand-up mirror here. So dresser, and then other dresser with mirror. So I'm kind of thinking about maybe putting my vanity over here, and then a mirror right there. That might be nice. Or I guess you could put a big mirror right here. It would work, right? We get this all cleaned up, so we'll get it figured out. We got time, you know. We don't really do anything with the bathrooms. We're gonna take showers at the old house tomorrow, so we're going to bed stinky and sweaty because these ones have not been cleaned yet, and I'm not soaking on these tubs. I mean, the shower, did I show you guys the shower? I think I showed it in our empty house tour. The shower is freaking grody in here, man. Like, the walls of it aren't bad, but the floor, you want to put your feet in there? That needs some hard cleaning before I get in that. So, Yoshi. And then this all needs clean too. So, I close the lights. So then back through here, dining room is set up. So we've got our dining room table with my little corner hutch. We're gonna have a nice big blank wall, which is lovely. We've got Yoshi's cage, which needs to be rotated around. I guess it'll work like that, but right now, when you open it from this side, it kind of takes up a bunch of space. And it's got the ability to open from that back wall there. So if we rotate it, then we'll have a door right here. So that'll happen later. And then we've got my dining room hutch. I know Ira's crying, but he's upstairs with Mike. And then, of course, all this stuff will go away. And then we've got the kitchen in here. So I feel like we've got a lot going on in here. I'm hoping as we get things cleaned up and organized, it'll look okay having the island and having this. I don't know if we need to get rid of the island or not, because it would have really opened things up if it wasn't here. But I love having the granite countertop for cutting. So I don't know, man. I really hate to go back to a cutting board. I love having this. So I don't know. Something's going on with our fridge. I don't quite know what's going on, but the door keeps popping open. You close it and it's fine, and then it does that. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. And I also think, like, we found this random foot in the U-Haul. I think it's off the back of the fridge, because I think the fridge is not sitting quite right. You guys see how he's damn rocking that? So I think if it's pushed back, it'll stop popping the door open. We need to figure that out. Stove is here. We need to get the middle grate thing. That's pretty much what we have going on right now. I'll show you guys the upstairs tomorrow. Okay, y'all, I made a trip back to the old house to get a load of stuff. I had to go to Walmart and get stuff too, so there will be a random Walmart haul if you guys want to know what I bought. I've got the cats with me right now. Banjo is being very quiet. Oliver is not happy. I thought I was gonna have to leave him here. I couldn't find him. Like, sometimes he gets up in the crawl space, and I thought that's where he was at. And I was like, crap, I can't find him. Thankfully, he finally came out to me, and now he's probably regretting it. He's being very vocal, if you can hear him. You kind of hear it. I mean, he's not like very, very vocal, but he's meowing back there. So let's get all these guys on home. I didn't get to take a shower because all the soap is gone. I didn't know the soap was at the new house. So I smell gross. I need a shower so bad. I got clean clothes though. So when I do get to take a shower, I have clean clothes to put on, and I brought some clean towels. So that's good. So let's go on home and get these guys introduced to their new environment. And I'll check in with you guys later. Yeah, I'm driving and vlogging. Don't do it. I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's just nothingness out here. Just fields and fields and fields. Some flooding on the roads. Probably more incentive for why I shouldn't be vlogging. I got lost. I'm hoping I come out at the right spot. I was supposed to turn a while back and never did. Fuck, are you shitting me? Y'all. Oh, maybe it's just one spot. It's just one spot. I thought it was gonna be the whole road, but it just turned gravel. I'm like, I haven't seen a gravel road in years. Thankfully, it's just one little spot and it's not gonna be all the way down. Ugh. So anyway, completely missed my turn. Wasn't paying attention. There was another town I'm supposed to go through normally, and they're having construction right now on their main bridge in and out of town, so you can't go that way. So I've been going a new way to get to the town I live in now, and missed my turn apparently. I just kept going. So now I looked at Google Maps. I am northwest of where I need to be. So just out here driving right now. Okay, the cat's litter station is all set up. Got a good place to keep the litter and all that fun stuff. Put in one of their urinal cakes. Now I gotta set up the food. Those are bags of actual trash. We just haven't gotten our city trash can yet. But then once the food is set up, we'll let the cats out. Yep. Okay, Oliver, you wanna come out? Where are you? Say hi, Oliver. Good boy. Got his new collar on. Levi.
I don't know where my drill got to.
I saw your brother walk out the door with a drill bag that looked like yours. I thought maybe he grabbed it. Levi, stop.
I have a bag that's just like
Oh, okay. He's got one just like yours.
It's possible he grabbed
The wrong one.
because he's got two exactly like mine.
You want to come out?
Does he want to come out?
He's scared.
Why is he scared?
It's a new house. He's never been here before. It smells different.
But he doesn't like it.
No, I think he'll like it once he gets comfortable. Right now, he's just sitting there looking around.
Why me?
Mm-hmm.
Is he comfortable now?
Banjo has on his new collar and he's ready to go.
Well, he likes it.
Banjo's brave. Oh, Yoshi, stop. Banjo's always ready to go. This guy's just a little scaredy cat. Everything scares Oliver.
Why do everything scare Oliver?
He's a scaredy cat. Let's go follow Banjo around.
Hey, Mom.
Banjo. Finding the litter box. Let's see what's back there.
Hey, Mom.
What, Levi?
I want to pee.
I already didn't pee. He's got on a diaper. I think he spilled his drink and he's playing in it.
He said it's like...
Banjo. That's a good boy.
Levi, what did I tell you about jumping on the couch?
No.
Yeah, what I told you.
Water in the dog food. See the color I got, Banjo? Got spikes on it. Black leather with spikes. It suits him, doesn't it?
Hey!
Oliver's still in his crate.
Look at his foot.
What is up there, Banjo?
Look at Oliver's foot. He has more feet.
Nope. They're not coming out yet.
Oliver's out his crate.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened, Oliver?
Is he behind the couch?
He is. And something saved him.
He's just scared of everything. I don't see him back there, but he's back by the lamp.
He's fine.
I'm sure he's okay. He's just a scaredy cat.
He is a scary cat. Banjo's a brave cat.
Banjo is a brave cat.
He likes, everything doesn't scare him anymore.
Yeah, nothing scares Banjo.
Because he has strong ears.
Banjo is the scary guy.
Obviously the scary cats, but everything scares him.
Food? Food? You see your food up here?
Alexa, turn on top of YouTube.
Somebody likes the catnip ball.